Often said that experience is the best teacher, but guys, sometimes it's very important that you could learn some things without experiencing it, especially when it's a bad experience. Now, a COS was revoked because of a colleague. Imagine working with somebody in an organization and you confided in the person, and all of a sudden your COS was revoked after everything because you told somebody at the place of work what you really wanted to do. So if you could learn from this, I'm sure it's definitely going to help everyone. One thing you have to realize is that your work colleague can never be your best friend. If you manage to find one that is a best friend, glory be to God. But trust me, especially in the UK, that everybody is looking for a way to keep their job, everybody is looking for a way to get a permanent COS until they're able to apply for their indefinite leave to remain. So in today's video, I'll be sharing the latest updates with you. So when you're working, you have to shine your eye. Not everything you go to your workplace to disclose, because it will definitely be used after you, especially when you disclose it to the wrong people. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're joining me for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, like you know, I create content on how you can migrate to the UK, jobs and visa sponsorship in the UK, UK immigration updates, live in the UK, which I'm about to share one right now, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content, do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. So guys, without wasting so much of your time, let's quickly dive right into today's video. As earlier mentioned, that in today's video I'll be sharing an update at workplace, so that just in case you're working in any organization in the UK, you will really be very careful. My previous place of work, I work as a center manager, and in course of working as a center manager, these are even some of the experience I had. But this is not just about the experience I had. This happened to a new migrant who recently moved to the UK, I think late last year. She's actually watching this video, so you have to be very careful and mindful with whatever you're doing at workplace. While working as a manager where I worked, you could see some good colleagues who are friends, and maybe they come to my office together, the other person will be outside, but the person that walks in is talking about the person outside to tell me what they have planned and what they are doing and what the other person is planning to do. So at the end of the day, I just sit back and I'm like, wow, life. Now this happened to a new migrant. She came to the UK and she had an emergency that took her back home for, I think she applied for her leave according to what she told me, 1 week leave to go back home and sort it out, family issues and so on. So she told her colleague, she has a bestie. You know, this is why I say sometimes it's good that you don't even have to experience such for you to learn from that, because it has cost her her 5-year COS that was given to her. And come to think of it, the company that actually brought her from overseas have enough hours, and she even told me that sometimes she gets tired of picking overtime, whereas some migrants are looking for where they will get the hours she's got. And she was one of the favorites of the manager, according to what she told me where she worked. So while she went for the emergency back home, she told her friend that she was going, and of course her friend knew everything about her, and something kept her after the emergency she went for, and she was all busy updating her friend. Apart from that, she wasn't even doing a phone call. Let's say maybe she was doing a phone call and it could just be normal verbal communication if her friend did not record it, and if her friend actually recorded that call, she can kick against it to say she did not give her permission to record her call. Now she had chats with her friends, telling her friend that her friend was her work colleague, where like they are bestie at the place of work. And she got to her country. She started, I think she went to invest in a poultry, whatever. She was taking pictures and everything and was sending her friend. So she extended her holiday because she wanted to finish up that project she went for. While she was about to extend it, she called her friend and told her, oh, this is what I want to do. I've gotten to our country and this is that. There is this business that someone told me about. To stay back and make sure I finish with the project and get somebody to manage it. And she was sending chat, but now I need to tell the manager that I've lost my grandma, something like that. Meanwhile, her grandma had already passed on, and so that she could stay longer. Now their friend was like, yeah, that would be fine. Just let manager know that you lost your grandma so that you can stay for another 1 week to sort yourself. Now she was doing this as a chat, and she told her friend, and her friend was aware of it. I think she called the manager or she sent an email to say, oh, I've lost my grandma also and I can't come back. At the time I said I was going to come back because they are going to bury her, and her grandma was actually the person that took care of her. And the manager was like, oh, that's fine, we're really sorry for your loss, as normal and everything, and then left a card for her. I think they all signed the card that when she comes they are going to give to her. So that extended her holiday. Now she was busy taking photos of what she was doing, putting on her status. Her friend, who is her bestie at work, was busy screenshotting everything she was putting on her status, and also the chat she had with her friend. And at the end of the day, she came back to the UK and she was fired. And when she got fired, hers didn't even take time. The company wrote to Home Office, and Home Office immediately sent her a letter to leave the country in 60 days if she does not find another sponsor. Now, she got to find out that her bestie told her manager what she went to do, and with evidences of everything she was doing. So this is just a reminder, and for you to realize that, one, your work colleague can never be your bestie. Have that in mind. Trust me, because when there is a problem, or maybe when there is a promotion, they are ready to throw you into the problem so they can be promoted. So if you're working in any organization in the UK or any part of the world, have it in mind that you don't make your colleague, for instance, the same department, is your bestie. How do you do that? Do you think that if there is an opportunity for one person to be promoted, that your work colleague will be the one that will want that promotion instead of you, and they will do everything to kick you out? I'm telling you this from experience as someone who has worked in the position of a manager in this country. I saw a lot. Like sometimes when I come out from my office and I see them laughing, I'm like, of course I'm not going to call the other person to say, oh, this person told me this, or this person. I just laugh, and I use that to even learn as a manager, that even if I have to work in another organization, I have to be careful. So please, if you're watching this video, please like and share with your friends. This is a very important update. You don't come to the UK and say, oh, this is my bestie, I can't go to work if she's not there, and everything you're doing, you tell your bestie. Now, imagine this lady having only 60 days. As when I had the consultation with her, it was, I think, about 30-something days left for her to look for a sponsorship. And this happened because she exposed everything she was doing to her bestie at work, and of course she had other work colleagues that were looking at her status. So even when her bestie reported her to the manager, other work colleagues as well saw her status. She was updating my poetry, this, my poet. Someone who said that her grandma died. Two, you don't disclose any important thing you want to do. For instance, you're setting up a business outside the organization. Do not disclose it to any of your colleagues. I'm telling you from experience, like I've worked, like I said, that I've worked as a manager in this country, and I've seen a lot of things from my team. They come to me, oh, this person, oh, and meanwhile, like I said, you come out from the office and you see them going on break together, and in your mind, of course, you have to remain professional as a manager. You can't call the other person to say, oh, this is what this person. You have to treat everything professionally. Do not disclose any of your plan that, oh, I'm setting up this business, I'm doing this, I'm doing that with your work colleague. And also on your social media, be careful. Not all your work colleague, oh, I've just moved to there, hey, you this one. Guys, don't let experience be your best teacher. If you can learn from this video, trust me, you won't have any of those problems. Like I said, that this lady has got 30-something days as at when we had this conversation to look for a sponsorship, and she's still struggling. Imagine somebody that went to her country to invest the little money she has made. Apart from the emergency that took her, she stayed back to invest, and she was giving update back to back. Even her voice notes, she only got to find out that even her voice note, the manager had it, because at the end of the day, when they had a meeting, they used her as a reference in the meeting. Another person heard and told her. So never disclose any other opportunity. Even if you're going for a job interview elsewhere, don't tell your colleague. No matter how they pretend to be, oh, bestie, 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 because they will be the one to tell your manager, oh, she's beginning to look elsewhere, blah, blah, blah. Before you know, you will even lose the one you have. So never tell your work colleague that you're investing in any business or you're starting any business. Your social media self, if you find them, block them. They are not your friends. If there is an opportunity for anybody now to be promoted, they can do everything. to make sure that you don't get promoted. Just like this lady that just came back now and she's stranded. Where can I find a company that is repeat? Imagine a company that have loved, like the manager loves her so much. But you know, some people get fed up with when you lie to them, especially she telling a lie that the grandma died, which of the truth is not good for her to have done that, especially when her grandma did not die. She was not supposed to say that. But come to think of it, even if she said that, why will it be that it's her bestie? She told the truth, that this is not true. I'm just saying that so I will have some time off to sort out my business. So please, never, 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 never share any of such information with your colleague, except you're ready to play with the job that have brought you to the UK and lose your COS and start running around to look for another COS. Never share any of the company policy you disagree with your colleague, because trust me, they may actually disagree with this, but they will not say it. And when they are going to tell the manager or maybe the supervisor, oh, they'll say, oh, Fajira said this, or Elizabeth said that, or Grace said that, but they are not saying that they actually disagree with it. Because once you disagree with a company policy, please go straight to your manager and have a word with your manager. It is better that your manager or your supervisor hears from you, or maybe your HRO hears from you directly, because they will hear it the way you're saying it. But telling your colleague, telling your work friend, or telling, maybe you go for your lunch and you all are seated in the staff room eating your lunch and you're busy talking about the policy you agree with and the one you don't agree with, guys, you are the one they will use when it's time. Even if them in their minds, they don't agree to that policy, they will go there and say, oh, Grace said, they're actually talking about themselves. But because they just want to put you out there to make you face the problem. So if there's any policy, guys, that you don't agree with the organization you work, oh, they are not giving me so much hours, they are this. At this one, I even have somebody who is close to me that actually went through this and she ended up losing the job. But thanks be to God that she had another company that sponsored her. She was discussing with her work colleague in the kitchen, like normal, hey, the manager this, oh, I don't like this, I don't. Next thing, how they called her for a meeting, she didn't even know, because she didn't report to anybody. And in this case, the lady whom she discussed with was like, yeah, she actually reported it because she wanted to be a good person. So please, if there is any company policy, if you're working in any organization, this is not only applicable to key organizations, any organization you're working with in this UK, in any part of the world, try to make sure that you go to whoever you're supposed to speak to and tell the person, oh, I've just read this on the post, or I've just read this, I've just read that, and I think I do not agree with this. And you hear from them, even if it takes for them to explain further, it's better. Never tell any of your work colleagues that, oh, I'm upset with this, I'm not happy with this, I'm not agreeing to this, I'm not. And at the end of the day, you see your manager, you walk past the manager, you're not able to speak to your manager, you're not able to speak to your supervisor. That your work colleague will be the one that will go and tell them, oh, this is what she said. And before you know, you will only understand this when you have worked as a manager in this country. You will understand it better, the way the team members behave. Because sometimes, like I said, that I just sit back and I'm like, this person, I saw the both of them eating now. What went wrong in my mind? But of course, I have to remain professional, not going to tell the person, oh, this person said, that person said. So please be very careful. Please like and share this video with any family member, any friend you know that is working in the UK or any part of the world. Like and share this video with them so that they can learn from it. You don't want to get to that point when you get stranded, or you learn with experience. If you can avoid the bad experience sometime and learn from videos like this, it's better. And just to remind you, don't share your plans. Don't leave them to be seeing your status. Block them. Thank God that WhatsApp have an option to block people that you don't want to see your status. Facebook too, you can block all of them. You don't have any best friend at your place of work. Trust me, go there and do the job and come back. That is what you're paid for. You're not paid to come and make friends. Okay? You're not paid to come and make friends. So go do your job professionally. If there's anything that has happened that you need to document it professionally and leave. You don't owe anybody. Just make sure you're doing everything the company have said you should do. And like I said, if there is anything you disagree with, speak to the right person about it. Don't go to your staff room and you're drinking coffee and tea and you're busy mouthing. No, don't do that, because you're setting yourself up trust me, you're setting yourself up for destruction at the place of work. And when you get fired like that, imagine you going for another interview, and like when we interview, we ask, oh, why are you leaving your company? And you say you got fired. That's a red flag already. We take it down, because you have to tell us why you got fired, because we don't want you to come to our organization and do the same. So you have to be very careful, okay? I wish you learn from this and not to wait until you experience it and you learn from experience like others have done. So guys, we've actually come to the end of today's video. And if you find this video helpful, please do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. I'm sure others will also find it helpful. If you're yet to subscribe to join our beautiful family for more updates like this, please do hit on that subscribe button, turn on the notification bell, so each time I upload a new video, you're definitely going to be the very first person to see that video. Until I see you in my next video, guys, do take care and have a lovely day. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye for now.